Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. We've got a big double header for you today. We've got Leicester against Liverpool and we have got Tottenham visiting Manchester City. Will it be the return of the Titans, the return of Liverpool and the return of Manchester City don't need to return from anything, do they? They've been pretty relentless. But will we get a Liverpool win against Leicester and a Man City win against Spurs? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not for obvious reasons. Manchester United fan myself. Also, I just think for the league it will be better if they don't. But look, I think it's a very interesting day. We're going to go through the team news now. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm intrigued by this one. I'm massively intrigued by this one. I think that I'm going to give my score prediction in a minute, but it is dictated to by the team news. So you've got Schmeichel in goal, Armati, Evans and Sionku as a sort of a back three, Ricardo Pereira and Albrighton as wing backs, Tielemans and Ndidi as the base of the midfield, Maddison and Barnes behind Vardy. I think that's a very strong Leicester team. We know Fofana's out for a bit and Castagnet is just coming back from injury. But, you know, their bench, maybe that is the problem with Leicester. There's not an amazing amount of talent on their bench, but they've got, Ndidi's back, Vardy's back. That makes them strong. Liverpool, again, strengthened but weakened, I would say. Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Kabak, Henderson and Robertson. So they have got a centre-back playing with Henderson, but they lose Fabinho. Fabinho, I don't know what the story is for Fabinho, but he's not in the team. The midfield, I think, is a bit weak. Milner, Wijnaldum and Jones. And then the front three, obviously, Salah, Firmino and Mane. Liverpool need to win this game. They do have Thiago on the bench, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Shaqiri, Robbie Williams, Nathan Williams, his brother, Phillips. It's not a strong bench for Liverpool. And we know that Liverpool's strength in depth has been somewhat an issue recently. But it is massively interesting, this game, how it might pan out. And I think that when you look at the league table as well, I think that's probably the most interesting thing. Leicester are actually 3 points ahead of Liverpool with the same amount of games played. If Leicester want top four in Champions League football, and that's what Leicester want. Leicester want Champions League football this year. They did bottle it last year by their own admission. A win today keeps the Wolves at bay. Not literally the Wolves, they're crap. But it would put Leicester 6 points ahead of Liverpool. With, still 14 games to go. It's a long way, but it's a symbolic game. I think Liverpool are out of a title race now, as we know. I'm not even sure anybody's in a title race apart from Man City. But Liverpool have got to be if Liverpool don't win today, even if they draw today, they'll find themselves out of the top four by Tuesday morning. I guarantee you that West Ham or Chelsea will find 3 points in the next few days and they will go ahead of Liverpool, who've got 40 points at the moment. Both Chelsea and West Ham have got 39. So Liverpool need to win, otherwise they're going to drop out the top four in all likelihood. So my feeling about this game is I think Liverpool will win. I saw Liverpool play Leicester in about November time at Anfield and I felt that Leicester had a chance and Liverpool dominated them. But I don't think it'll dominate them today. But I think the quality of Salah and Mane will be the divider. I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool in this game. Mark, are you going to sing at next halftime show? Says Oasis. If you want me to sing a song at halftime, I can do a halftime show. We absolutely loved the old. Actually, I'm wearing my top from that. We absolutely loved the old Super Bowl. Feels like a long time ago, but I did enjoy it. Thanks for the super chats that are coming in. Hi, Mark. You still haven't seen my Instagram DM Club X. It's very important, mate. I'm crap on Instagram. I'm really crap on Instagram and I don't even know how DMs really work. I go in there and there's just fucking loads of stuff. I'm no good on Instagram, so I'm probably not going to find it, I'm afraid. Big up to you, mate. Relentless amount of games this season, but you still put up the goods. Champions League watch-alongs next week. Barca, PSG or Leipzig, Liverpool. I'll be dictated to you by you. I will, not you, Andrew C. I'll be dictated to by the live comments. I am doing a watch-along on Tuesday night for the Champions League. If you want me to do PSG, Barcelona, I'll do that. Or Leipzig-Liverpool. I mean, I think Leipzig-Liverpool is going to be a good game because this Liverpool team is running on empty, I think. Mark, you say we should focus on the board, but do you think Ollie sanctioned the signing of Ighalo, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka? Why would the board trust Ollie with the money? Red Baron, I think that Ighalo was just desperation. I really do. I think that it was a desperation. I don't know why the thumbnails are not updating. Thanks everyone for letting me know. The thumbnail is wrong again. I think there's something wrong with YouTube at the moment. It's just very weird. In the back system, it's got the right watch along, but on the homepage, it hasn't. It's just weird. It keeps doing this all the time. I will change it again, but it has got it in the back system. So thanks everyone for letting me know. But it has got the correct thumbnail in the back system. But the cat, I don't know why it's showing bloody Arsenal up on there. Weird, very very weird. But players coming out here. I'm going to get the timer ready as well. My score prediction is going to be 2-1 to Liverpool, who well look, their season could go bad to worse. I think for me, Liverpool now is about. It's about solidifying the top 4 spot and not being arrogant about the fact that that could slip away if they're not careful. And it's about doing well in the Champions League. And I think that's the most important thing for Liverpool at the moment is to do well in the Champions. It's still got Leicester Liverpool on the thumbnail. Weird. Really weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. And yeah, the scoreline is wrong. Yeah, I know that. I've got to change that. I was a little bit late getting ready today, so that's not a problem to do. It needs to change the colour as well. I don't know why you're moaning about score, because colour's wrong. It shouldn't be white. It should be black on a white background because it stands out more. That's better. That's better. Select colour, black. Okay, that's right. There you go. 0-0. Lovely stuff. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? Says Ashken. I hope it's not Man City. That's all I can say. I just hope it's not Man City. Mark, Koundé finished with higher aerial duels won than Ramos last season. He is short, but he's no hobbit. Says Sheikh. Let those people who know who are pointing his height know. I don't think his height is going to be very relevant anyway. I really don't think it will be. I think it'll be absolutely fine. Yeah. Right, I've got something being sent to me now, which is good. I can change something that's annoying me. Let me just sort this out. So, we are getting very close to kick-off here. I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool, but I think it's a real opportunity. A real opportunity for the old Leicester to get something here today and go 6 points clear of the old Liverpool. So it's a real opportunity. You might see something here. I'm just what am I trying to do? Transform, fit to screen. I'll be here. I will be here. That's the one I wanted. I wanted to get rid of the chair behind because I've got a real chair now. Shout out to the chair. That's better. That's much better. I'm much happier with that now. I like to be happy in my studio, so big shout out to Drawty for making me happy there. Put myself in the position I want to be in. I'm happy now. I'm very happy now. Thank you. Pull this across a bit. To that there. That's it. Right, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. Let me get the kickoff timer ready. And we're ready to go. So get your score predictions in the live comments. Please subscribe, by the way. Everybody's welcome on That's Football. There is no club... Well, I do support Manchester United, but obviously Manchester United are not playing. So it's observations of games. FIFA Career Mode will be back next week, as people will know. Lots and lots of football stuff. We are going to be doing Manchester City versus Spurs, which I'm very, very interested about. Why is the timer not working? You piece of shit. You absolute piece of shit. Tosser. Absolute tosser. Oh, it's done it again. It's done it again. I'm going to fall out with this timer in a minute. You and me, I'm going to give you the thrashing of your life in a minute. Here we go. We're working now. It's not right. It's not bloody right. Right, I'm falling out with the timer now. Kiss my arse, timer. And I've missed an early chance because of the timer. We're right now anyway. Cross came in. It wasn't really close to Salah, but it was a good clearance by Sionku. I think this is the first time I've watched Sionku play this season, actually, for Leicester. He's been out for a long time, and it's a bit of a centre-back watch-along, isn't it? Kabak at centre-back, see what he's all about. Sionku's a player I really like for Leicester. Oh, bit of a mistake there. Maddison, what is he doing? Maddison went for a shot from his own half. Alisson catches it. Bit greedy from Maddison there, you know, because watch this back. Watch when Maddison gets it. If he waits, he's got to pass to Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side. And Harvey Barnes would have been through one-on-one. I think Maddison's got that wrong there. He's gone for the spectacular from the halfway line. I think he could have played Harvey Barnes in. Joseph Tyrrell, thanks for the super chat. Where do I have the best chance of texting privately, bro? Says FX Pedro. Probably through Twitter. And the two Turks, says Emir. Yes, Kabak is Turkish and so is Sionku. How's it going, Mark? Really enjoying your vlogs, says RP Derby. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I really am. I really enjoyed the vlog yesterday. Goldbridge at the wheel. Probably won't be back in the car for a while because you've got to mix it up. But I did enjoy it. It was good fun. I really did. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We're about 2 minutes into this game. Liverpool need to win. Otherwise, I think they'll drop out the top four this weekend because I think Chelsea will win. Lovely play by Mane down the left-hand side. Cross comes in, cleared away. Good fast start to this game. We want to see that. I don't think either team are bad defensively. But Vardy, Alisson is going to have to play sweeper-keeper today. And Liverpool playing quite a high line there. But they have it back. Delightful ball by Salah into Mane. And Sionku puts it out for a corner. Couldn't get it out of his feet. No, it wasn't a ball by Salah. I think it was Jones who hit the pass. No, it was Trent Alexander-Arnold, actually. I don't know why I thought it was Salah. Lovely ball by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I think the backspin is the problem. Because Trent Alexander-Arnold hits the pass with side spin, it won't get out of Mane's feet, so he has to take a touch. But it goes for a corner to Liverpool. Good fast start to this game. Good to see. Still 3-2 to Manchester United under 18s as well. Just checking in there. Hi Mark, love your cooking shows as well. Please make more of those. Also, greetings from Germany. I'm going to be doing Pancake Day on Tuesday, actually. Yeah, I am. I need to make it. I need to make this a bit bigger. That's what she said. I do need to make it a bit bigger. Not happy with that. Mark, you mentioned on United Stand that you don't want Man United to settle, you want the best. With Ollie, are they settling, or do you feel he's the best manager, says Southport's Love Sports? I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment is second in the league, only to a fantastic Manchester City side, and therefore there should not be any talk of changing the manager. I find it a little bit disrespectful, greedy, and lacking reality, really, that Man United fans want to change. Some Man United fans want to get rid of Solskjaer. I mean, where have we been in the last 8 years? Because I'm pretty sure if somebody did a quick maths thing, our average position over the last 8 years since Sir Alex Ferguson left is probably fourth. And yet here we are in second. So that is improvement to me. That is improvement. Mark, for episode 4, can you do Goldbridge on the toilet? Alfie Smith, there are things that the world do not want to see. And they do not want to see me having a crap. They don't. Goldbridge in the garage, that could work. Goldbridge in the garden. Who's going to win, Mark? Says Tony in it. I think Liverpool are going to win this. I think a team beginning with L will win or draw. That's all I'm going to say. Chelsea play on Monday night, and they play against Newcastle, not Southampton. Southampton are playing Wolves tomorrow lunchtime. So, yeah. Man United playing West Brom tomorrow. Arsenal play Leeds tomorrow. Everton play Fulham. And then you've got West Ham, Sheffield United, and Chelsea against Newcastle on Monday. 8 o'clock kickoff tonight. If you're really desperate, you could watch Brighton against Villa. I'll be watching a film, thank you very much. But I am doing Man City versus Spurs. Mane gets it wide to Salah. Tries to play the 1-2. Johnny Evans will clear it. That's cleared by Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans. He clears the ball. He's not Welsh. He's not Welsh. He's Northern Irish. So he is. Not Welsh. We don't claim Johnny Evans, even though Evans is a Welsh name. He's not Johnny Evans. He's not Johnny Evans from Wales. He's Johnny Evans from Northern Ireland. And I can't do Northern Ireland. It's Johnny Evans from Northern Ireland. He's not from Belfast. I don't know where he's from, but he's definitely from Northern Ireland. Not as good as my Welsh. My Welsh is much better. Mark, make a bunny. Seeing United fans critique Koundé height, as a City fan, we were very close to him last season and Pep's a big fan. Stands for something, says Luke Jones. Yes, but Pep was a big fan of Harry Maguire. Maybe Pep would have got more out of Harry Maguire. King Joseph wants me to make a bunny chow. I don't even know what that is. Apparently that is a thing. Scooby-Doo, that's Scottish. Johnny Evans is not Scottish. No way. Scottish is not. Right, Firmino. I'm doing the Six Nations here. I'll be doing French in a minute. I can't do French. Liverpool dominating the ball a bit here. Leicester looking to dominate on the break, and Liverpool looking to dominate possession is the story of the first 7 minutes. Milner to Mane, left-hand side of the box, wins another corner. Liverpool pushing hard here. Yep, Johnny Evans is from Northern Ireland. Yes, he is. A little bit more nasal. So it has. A little bit more nasal than the Welsh. The Welsh is more about your tongue. So it is. It's more front of your mouth. Well, I can't do it now. I can't do accents. Okay, perfect. I texted you in Twitter. Love you, Bart. Hope you read my message. I hope you like it. It says FXA Pedro. Let me write this down because I'm better on Twitter. There we go. Mark, one of our recent tweets about us signing one of 4 centre-backs, not going to happen. Koundé will go to Barca or Real. Varane will stay at Real. Canate, maybe. I don't think Koundé will go to Barcelona or Real Madrid. I think they would love to buy him, but I think that they will struggle to buy him because of financials. This has got a good pace to it, this game. There's a good speed to it. CC Ekner is saying Medina and Torres aren't our top centre-back. He has said that the top centre-back we want are Koundé or Canate. News on MUFC MPB. This is Salah Ahmed. We'll discuss that at 8 o'clock. Did you watch Ollie's Soccer AM interview? No. And Aaron, Xbox or PS5? PS5 I haven't got. Xbox I've never had. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I don't know what we're doing for subscribers on this channel at the moment. We do have 2 watch-alongs today. Liverpool's visit to Leicester. There's a lot of L's there. Lovely ball over the top. How does this happen all the time? Salah wants a penalty. No, he's not getting one. He's not even tried to get one, actually. Anthony Taylor, the ref. Be very careful. He's the worst referee on the pitch. Lovely ball by Jordan Henderson. He's definitely onside. How do they do this all the time? Salah. Ricardo Pereira is playing at left wing back, by the way. And he's very fast and he gets caught. He gets caught short here. And Salah should score. Never going to get a penalty for that. But I think he should score. Liverpool are back, says Niz. No, they're not. They're very good at those balls over the top, though, I must say. Mike Dean's the worst ref, says William. I'm not a big fan of Anthony Taylor. He ruined the FA Cup final for me. And you know how I love the FA Cup final. Mark, have you heard of Reading's youngster Mikael? From watching him every week as Reading fan, it's clear he'll go to the very top. He's such a baller. And on the video game Football Manager, I'm managing Chester City, and I've just won 1-6 away from home against Bradford Park Avenue, says Callum Cox. Well done. I'd love to play a bit of Football Manager. It's a time issue for me. Mark, stop supporting Liverpool. I don't support Liverpool. I'm a Man United fan. What a finish! Oh! Vardy. I thought he'd scored then. Right side of the box. Might have been... No, it would have been onside. Right side of the box. Ridiculous angle. Tries to beat... oh, no, it's well over the bar. It's nowhere near. Nowhere near. Forget that exciting. That Reading player has got most assists, says Alex. Tom Lawton says, I love you. Leicester will be drinking Liverpool tears, says Liban. And Maguire should be playing those balls from the back, says Abhishek. And nearly the Danny Ings finish, says Rahul Lad. But it's a good game. I tell you what, we've only had 11 minutes, and it's been a good game so far. Nice ball into Salah in the box. He should be booked for diving. Book him for diving. Why does Salah never get booked for diving? Let's watch this. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Salah. No, that's a dive. It's a dive. He's left his foot. Look, there's nothing happens. There's no contact. It's a blatant dive. Why would you not get a yellow card for that? It's ruining the game. Ruining the game. Book him. Book him. Why would you not go back and book him? I don't care whether it's Martial, Salah, Bruno. I don't care. That's a dive. He should be booked. It's not anti-Liverpool. It's not anti-Salah. Any player should be booked for that. Poor, very poor. And I don't understand it. It's a dive. Any film recommendations for tonight, says Logie? I'm sure people can get in the live comments. I got loads of film recommendations a couple of weeks ago. Should be a yellow card. Should be a yellow card for me. This is great. This is a really good one. Stanley Ranford says, Mo Salah thinks that a football pitch is a swimming pool. Brilliant. Brilliant. Here is Salah again on the left-hand side. Plays it into Jones. Liverpool dominating a lot of the ball. Mark, tag you on Twitter a video of Thai AFTV on a date, says Andrew C. What about Mourinho's comments on Bale's Insta post? I've not seen it. You have to let us know, Winnerpool. And any vlogs coming, says Charlie B. Yesterday. Did it yesterday. Links in the video description if you want to go to the page. I don't think that's the latest one, but it is on that YouTube page. What are you having for lunch? I've had it. I've had my lunch. Kavanagh. Early lunch, early kick-off. Nice ball into Vardy. Needs to switch the play. Leicester are effective on the break. I'll give them that. But at the moment, Liverpool are better on the possession. So for lunch, I had toast, 2 poached eggs, and a half an avocado sliced. Lovely. I really like it. So poached egg on toast with avocado. Lovely. Really, really good. Very, very good. So that was my dinner. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner, and smash a like on video. You're all welcome on here. There is no club loyalty on here, although there is because I'm a United fan. But what I'm saying is, it's not club specific. This channel, everyone can get involved. Leicester will just sit back and get one through ball, and Vardy will score, says Jack Bebbington. I think that is the plan, Jack. I think that is the plan today from Leicester, and I think teams still do show a lot of respect for Liverpool. Right or wrong, they do. Still 3-2 to Man United's under-18s with 10 minutes to go against Man City. Weird third goal, but most of you won't be interested in that. So, corner for Liverpool here. See what happens with it. Cross comes in. Robertson. Good header. Oh, back post Salah. Is going to bend it. No. Goes to Henderson. Cross comes in. Another corner. Liverpool getting a lot of possession. Getting a few corners. But no cigar. Thiago's warming up here. I don't know whether that's a tactical thing. What's wrong with Fabinho? It's Milner. He's injured again. Be very early to make a tactical change when they're dominating the ball. Love the jumper, mate, says Randall. Yeah, very lucky that Lyle and Scott did the little Goldbridge thing for me. Very appreciative of that. Liverpool are dominating, says Niz. Cross comes in. Bang, Salah. Wide on the volley. I thought he'd scored. Bit of an off start from Salah. A couple of dives, a couple of misses. Terrible volley. Nowhere near the goal. Should have done a lot better. So let's see what this substitution is about. Not another injury, says Matthew Firth. Yeah, Milner's coming off. I don't know. He's walking off all right. I don't know what the problem is. It can't be tactical after 15 minutes. But, yeah, it looks like an injury for Milner. Probably an ankle injury or something, isn't it, I think? Milner is 48, says Ted Rees. He is, yeah. Here comes the no-look pass merchant, says even. I tell you what, he does overdo the no-look pass. Good tackle. Go on. Go on. Alman says I need over 1.5 in this game. Keep an eye. I've never seen. They've adapted the team for Leicester. They had it down as a back five, but it's not a back five. It's a back four. So it's Amate at right back, Evans and Sionku centre back, Ricardo Pereira at left back, and Ndidi and Tillemans, Albrighton, Madison, Barnes, Vardy. So they are playing with the back four. I don't know anything about this Amate. Really. Daniel Amate, 26 years of age. Been at Leicester a long time. Since 2016. Don't really know much about him. Got to be honest, bit ignorant there from Goldbridge, but there you go. As Korcha says, he's been there ages. I've never really noticed him before. Got to be honest. Used to play for FC Copenhagen, says Danny Marsh. And a few people are saying that. Salah sponsored by Speedos, says Michelle Callahan. Oh, these are great. This is great on a Saturday lunchtime. Keep the jokes coming. Keep it coming. That's what she said. Anyway, Liverpool having more of the possession as you would expect, but first goal could be important in this game. Good. It's a good game to keep an eye on Ndidi as well. I'm not saying that Man United. Oh, good tackle by Ndidi. I'm not saying. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that talk about Ndidi coming to their club. I don't think he will leave Leicester, to be honest with you. Barnes is going to hit. Oh, he gets it into Maddison. Maddison messes his feet up. I think Maddison's had a bit of a bad start to me. Looks like he's too eager to make an impression, but Trent comes away. It's a 3v3 into Salah. First touch is good. Little dink. And Mane misses. Oh my God. I tell you what, Liverpool of old score both of those chances. Salah's running through from the angle. Schmeichel comes out. He'd normally be dinking it over into the net, but it drops to Mane, level with the 6-yard box, and Mane shoots wide. Actually, I don't think Salah's going for the shot. Salah's going for the pass. I think he was going for the shot. Schmeichel makes the save. And Mane puts it wide. It stays 0-0. Which Premier League player has the highest probability of winning the Ballon d'Or? Says Cavi. Probably Bruno at the moment because of how he's performing. Not saying he's the best player in the league, but I think over the last year, Bruno would be the most likely to win the Ballon d'Or. Tanmay says, are you doing Man City versus Spurs watch along? Yes, I am. Link that will be on this channel. We'll be live at about 5 o'clock for that one. Looking forward to it. Harry Kane's probably got a good shout as well. It feels like a matter of time before Liverpool score here, to be honest. 21 minutes gone. Leicester have looked dangerous on the break, but Liverpool absolutely dominating the possession. And I think if Liverpool were, and I think most Liverpool fans would admit this, I think if Liverpool were on form at the moment, which they're not, they'd probably be 1 or 2-0 up here. They've had the chances that you'd expect Salah and Mane to do better with. Great banter says, I swear Tielemans only plays well against United. Which right back would you start for England, says Greg Barker. To be honest with you, it might be a bit controversial, but I think Reece James is the most balanced. Wan-Bissaka's brilliant defensively, needs to improve going forward. Trent Alexander-Arnold is brilliant going forward, but not that brilliant this year, and terrible at the back. Reece James is probably the most balanced right back, I think. Maybe even Trippier. I don't know. I don't know. Career mode's back on Monday, mate. Jordan, thank you. Liverpool whinging about injuries, but didn't have any at all last season. Swings and roundabouts, says Stephen B. He's in the park. Here's Salah again. He's nearly got past Ricardo Pereira again. And they've won a corner. Kyle Walker doesn't even get picked for City, does he, at the moment? Ashton Holloway says Liverpool are bad champions. Matty Cash is very good, but I don't think he gets in the England squad, does he? Anything tomorrow, Mark, says Joel. Yeah, Man United, West Brom. Valentine's Day tomorrow. Busy day for me. Lots of cards to open. I'm only joking. Just 100. There'll be a couple of hundred on a bad year. But that's a foul, surely. Yeah. Who's going to book him? Books Jones. Jones. He's been booked there. Curtis Jones. Bit unlucky to get a yellow. Oh no, 2 fouls. Bit unlucky. Not really much going on there, I don't think. Rate your top 5 CDMs in the league, says Anas. No thanks. And Mark, are you doing Southampton versus Chelsea watch along next Saturday at 12:30? Says Sad. I don't know. I've not even looked at what fixtures are next week, mates. I'll have a look for you now. Got no idea. I don't tend to do more than 7 days in advance. So I know I'm doing Man City tonight, and I know I'm doing a Champions League game on Tuesday, and I know I'm doing Man City Everton on Wednesday. And unfortunately, I know I'm doing Man United like Sociedad on Thursday, because that's Europa League. But I haven't looked as far as next weekend yet. Probably be doing Liverpool Everton next Saturday, 5:30, and Arsenal Man City I probably won't do because Man United are kicking off at 7 o'clock against Newcastle next Sunday night. So it's thick and it comes thick and fast, doesn't it? There's so much football at the moment. Relentless, some would say. Some might say. Some might say that sunshine follows thunder. Go and tell it to the man who cannot shine. Good run by Robertson. Gets it wide to Salah. Lots of space for Salah today. Nice little slip into Firmino. Good block. Another corner. How many corners have Liverpool had? Feels like they've had hundreds. They've probably only had about 5. How would you feel with these signings for United, says William Kalou. Ndidi, Ruben Neves, Grealish, Koundé. And we sell Matic, Pogba and Mata. I think you've bought too many midfielders, mate. I don't think we would ever do that, but I'm answering your super chat and I would say I'd be very happy with that quality coming into the side. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Corner again to Liverpool. They've gone short this time. Thiago. Back post. Henderson. Header. Goal. Firmino. Oh, what? How's he missed that? Oh, he's offside anyway. No, play on. I don't know how. I need to see this back. I don't know how Firmino misses this chance. Firmino. I don't know how he misses it. I was like, goal. They need to show me this back. They're still on the attack. Robertson to Mane. How does he miss? How does he miss? I'll keep asking it until they show us it again. How did he miss? Did anyone see it? Did Schmeichel get a touch? He must have done. Found out today I'm in remission. Love the show, says Ross G. That's great news. Look, Ross, really pleased to hear about that. Big up to you. Well done. I don't know whether you say well done. It's yeah, you do say well done. Well done. Very pleased for you. They're going to show us it back now. So it's Thiago with outside of the boot pass to Henderson on the back post, who would have been offside. Cross comes in, drops to Firmino. Oh, it's a great save. It's a hand save by Schmeichel. Yeah, it's a great save by Schmeichel. What a save that was. Would have been offside anyway, I think. I think Henderson was offside, but it's a lovely save. What a save, says Nicholas. What a save that was by Schmeichel. And that's gone over the bar. Dad would be proud with that, says Harry O'Donnell. He would. He would. Some might say we will find a brighter day. Some might say we will
full time, Manchester United 4. And it's all over. And it's Manchester United's day. Winning a derby.
Manchester United have beaten Man City 4-2. Get in the Manchester derby under 18s. Seeing who scored the fourth goal. Leicester bring it out. They've got a bit of a break on with Vardy. Still Vardy, loses it. Still got it. Nah, they're going to lose it now. And Diddy's got it. Back to Barnes. Goes for a back post ball. Robertson should get that. Maddison shoots, and there's the block. Mark, it's really sludgy and icy where I am. What about you, says Big Josh. Let's clear that back, says Frank Adlam. And what was for lunch in the That's Football canteen? Poached eggs and avocado on toast. Lovely stuff. Lovely. McNeil scored it. 4 goals for McNeil. Absolutely stunning. Leicester with the corner, their first corner. Liverpool have had a few. Headed over the bar from Ndidi. Essentially, Eric says, "Oh, will you be spending Valentine's Day with the love of your life, Bruno Fernandes? He's playing football, he can't meet. We can't meet." But it is Liverpool on the ball here. And a nice switch of the play by Wijnaldum. Half an hour gone. Good pace to the game. What's the best result for United, says Imran? Draw, isn't it? Definitely a draw. And Cam says Ndidi is actually so good. It's interesting, Cam, really, because I think a lot of people... I don't know, but I get the feeling that a lot of people just chuck the name Ndidi around and don't actually know what sort of a player he is. I mean, he's not like a Kante or you know, he's more like a Fabinho, really. He's got the physique and he's got the height to break up the play. I don't think he's like Fabinho in relation to his ball distribution, but his tackling, positional sense and strength is really good. I suppose the only question over Ndidi is whether he's got the ball playing ability to play for a top 4 side, which sounds silly because Leicester are a top 4 side and spent most of last season as a top 4 side, and therefore he is a top 4 player. But he's bullying Thiago, says Timmy Adams. I bet Thiago's a nightmare in the kitchen, you know. Look at me. Imagine how many bottles of milk he gets through with his no look putting the milk in the fridge. Another one bites the dust. Passes the salt. No look past the salt. You end up with it in your eyes. Stop doing no look past the salt, Thiago. Oh, he's in. Albrighton. And Alisson's got it. No, yeah, you wouldn't want to eat a cake, would you? You would not. Rahul's mad is right. You would not want to eat a cake that Thiago has made. God knows what he'd put in with his no-look ingredients. It's like, tastes a bit salty. Wow, it's meant to be sugar. Sionku. Although Arsenal fans would like a salty cake, wouldn't they? Kabak is playing okay, Tamaz. I mean, he's not... I haven't noticed him, which I think is always a good thing for a defender. He's on the ball here. He's highly rated. He is very highly rated, you know. Aaron says have a stretch, Mark. I will. He just wants to look at my groin. Have a little bit of a stretch there. Oh, this chair is better, but it still needs... The back's still broken. Broke back. And that's it. Not broke back mountain. That's not my cup of tea. But broke back. I have got a broken back. See? Good fighting there by Amate. I'm not putting my pyjamas on at lunchtime, Steve. I got nearly 10,000 watching, which is fantastic for a lunchtime kickoff. We are going to be live for Man City Spurs at 5:30 as well. Really looking forward. I'm enjoying this one, but can Spurs do what Liverpool couldn't do last week? Oh, I don't think so. As an early prediction, I really think Man City might. Man City have got 3 games in the next week in the league. They've got Everton on Wednesday. We'll do a watch along for that, and then they've got Arsenal a week tomorrow. I can see them taking 9 points, and that effectively wins them the title. I think they're going to win the title anyway, but I think if they take 9 from them, I think they still have got to play Chelsea again, and they've got to play United, but they need to be dropping points. They really do. Mark, what do you think is going to come of Camavinga? Where will he end up? I think he has a bright future, says James. I think that Camavinga could end up somewhere like Chelsea, because Chelsea could benefit again. I think there's a lot of players that would have ended up at different clubs. I don't think Havertz and Werner would have ended up at Chelsea if we hadn't had COVID. I think Chelsea were in a strong financial position after their ban to go and get players that people couldn't afford. And the same thing might happen again in the summer. You know, there's a lot out there, but there's not a lot of money out there. So Camavinga is another player that Chelsea could maybe look at. But he's primed to make a move, isn't he? But I wouldn't be surprised with Camavinga. I mean, I think Real Madrid would like to get him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Camavinga ended up at somewhere like PSG. How good is Ndidi? Only if we could get him would he make us better, says Angie S. Of course he would, because he's actually a specialist centre defensive midfielder. And Tielemans does get the licence to get forward more. Although they do play as a pivot too, I've got to say. What's your thoughts on Callum Hudson-Odoi? Says Lee. I do like it. He's a good player. I think he's got to find some consistency, which is always the problem with wingers. You know, wingers tend to be quite inconsistent. Although if you can find consistency, that's what takes you to the next level. People like Mane and Salah and... I had a bad back for years until I started doing DDPY. My back feels 10 times better since I started the programme. Can't recommend it enough for anyone with a bad back. What is it? Says Joseph Tyrrell. What is that? Don't know what it is. It's an acronym. Cross comes in. Oh, Vardy. He missed one last week. He's done it again. Level with the 6-yard box. Right on his head. I think he sees it late, but that's no excuse. Lovely cross by Harvey Barnes. Puts it right on the old forehead of Vardy. He's got to score that. Got to score that, Jamie Vardy. You've got to score that. Hudson had always been consistent under Tuchel, says Archie Wall. And let's hope Alisson doesn't have butter hands. Well, he didn't have him there. Gosser. Thanks for that. Katie says, well done for winning the league. We did win it yesterday. Really enjoyed that. It's not really sunk in yet that I've won the league on Ultimate, but I think I will be back for one more season to try and win the Champions League. That's my... And try and have an... I'd love to do an Invincible season. I've never done that on FIFA. I don't think I've ever had an Invincible season in the league. So I would like to try and do that as well. But certainly try and win the Champions League. I was disappointed with myself. I feel there's unfinished business there. We've performed poorly in the Champions League. One more season and then I've got other ideas. Here he is, Harvey Barnes. Can't get it out of his feet. It's a bit of a shame. He could have been through one-on-one there, but he's picked it up again. 2 players on him here. Good tackle, Ricardo Pereira. Harvey Barnes switches the play. Maddison's been really poor this game. Maddison's been terrible this game. DPPY is a yoga program by Formula wrestler DDP. You should definitely try it out. Mentally relieving as well. Physically helpful for anyone suffering from a bad back. I'm going to try this. DPPY. I'm going to try it out. Just Joseph Tyrrell. Thanks for the super chat. Could be a game changer. Right, 8 minutes to go to half time. Still haven't got a goal. Barnes and Madders are looking a bit scared, says Jordan. I think Barnes has had a good game, considering he should have had an assist. Vardy should have scored, but Maddison's not at it yet. Hi Mark, well done on winning the league. Will you do a 6th season, says Bobby McDonald. Yes, there is a 6th season coming in. I like this chair. You can lean back in it. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. I'd switch on the left. Robertson should get a shot off. Wide it goes. He'll get a corner. Is that your final answer? Can you please say hi to Ruben Rodriguez, says Cavani. And Maddison has been dreadful so far, says Zed Jamie. And go for the treble mark. Yeah, one more season. We'll do one more season starting on Monday. I feel there's unfinished business in the Champions League. It's a good hit by Robertson, you know. It was probably going in because the deflection took it quite wide. Another corner for Liverpool. I think this is corner 6 or 7. They've not done anything with any of them yet. And nothing with this one either. Headed away by Johnny Evans. And Trent Alexander-Arnold picks it up mid-pitch to Thiago. Thiago puts it wide. Henderson, said Trent. And they're just passing it around a bit now. Somebody just said, are you doing any other big events this year, like the Super Bowl? We are doing a couple of the Six Nations games. I think that the next one I'm doing... I know I'm doing England-Ireland, which is in not till the 20th of March. But England-France potentially as well. But Wales-England on the 27th is probably quite likely. Because there's nothing going on that day, football-wise, that I would do. So, yes, probably going to do that. If you're interested in the rugby or you want to see what it's all about. We have a super chat coming in here. Thank you, Ben Reed. And Ross Gunn says, Thiago doesn't seem good and doesn't suit Liverpool. What do you think? Thiago's a fantastic player. And just to clarify, it is DDPPY. DDPY, for anybody, says Joseph Tyrrell. I accidentally put P in there. The last super chat, my bad. Hope you find it good, mate. I'm going to give it a try, Joseph, that's for sure. But yeah, going back to that point by Ross about Thiago, do you think Thiago fits into the the Liverpool system? I think it's a very good question. When is AJ versus Fury? They haven't decided on a date yet, have they? I think Thiago's a fantastic player, and I'd have been over the moon if United had got him. But I think the problem with Thiago is that I think he will suit Liverpool when they've got everybody fit. but he doesn't really suit them at the moment when they haven't got everybody fit. Mbappe or Haaland, says Bobby. I'd be very happy with either. Very happy with either. He's a no-look passing merchant, says Brandon Stevens. Thiago would have suited City more, says Dylan. Vardy's in! Oh, he's hit the bar! He's hit the bar. Vardy, he's had 2 chances in this game and he should have scored. What a prat. Is he onside? He's offside anyway. He's offside anyway. Oh no, he would have been onside. Secondary play. Vardy should have had 2. I thought he was going to be offside, but he wasn't. Mark, do an NBA All-Star game. It was edge of the seat stuff last year. Only 1 game. When is that? What a flick by Maddison, says Munir. It's a tight game, I tell you that. Liverpool are not getting it all their own way here. Leicester looking a threat. Please subscribe, by the way. We're trying to get up to 321,000 today. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Everybody's welcome on this channel. See if we can do that. Salah's got it here. Nice little layoff to Mane. Mane, good run by Mane. Oh, what a run by Mane. And he gets the free kick. I think there'll be a yellow card on Johnny Evans. Lovely bit of skill by Mane. There's a good run by Mane as well. Yeah, definitely a foul. I don't know whether he... And Diddy was out of the picture, so it was Ricardo Pereira, who I think was going to win the tackle anyway, but it was a foul. Right on the edge of the box. It's a good position, this, for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Diddy would be a massive upgrade on McTominay, says Ishmael. Well, he would be as a CDM, definitely, yeah. I agree with you there. Edge of the box. Let's see what happens here. Thanks for the contribution, the super chats, Hassan. Appreciate that. So Salah's on it, Trent's on it, Henderson's on it. Henderson, I don't think would be looking to shoot right before half time. This, if you were director as Man United, let me just wait. I'll come back to that. FXA, Pedro. Let's see what happens with this free kick. It should be up and over the wall. I think Salah's going to hit this. You know, I'm wrong. Into the wall by Trent. Waste again. He's just not the player he was, Trent, is he? I mean, he's too young to say he'll never be that player again. I'm sure he will be, but he's not having the season he was at all. If you were a director as Man United, what changes would you do, and who would you try to bring to the club? I'd bring a centre back and a CDM in straight away. Oh, Vardy! Oh, Alisson with the save. He could have had a hat trick. Could have had a bloody hat-trick, Vardy. I'm not messing about. He could have had a hat-trick today. It's a lovely ball over the top. He's in one-on-one. Keeper's out quick. He could have squared it to Maddison. Doesn't do either. There's goals in this game, but there isn't. It's 0-0, but there's definitely goals in the game. Have a sip of water there. Well, Leicester definitely missed Vardy when they haven't got him, but Vardy's missed for Leicester in this first half. Watch along for one of the 2 nights for WrestleMania, Mark. Would be fun. Looking forward to see fans back for the event as well, says Elliot. 2 nights? There's 2 nights? What's going on? Why is there 2 nights? Don't know what that's all about. WrestleMania used to be 1 night when I was a lad. Don't know what's going on there. How did your phone go from 15% battery to none in no time? Salah's down the right-hand side. Cross comes in. I think that'll be half-time. Anthony Taylor blows it up. He won't blow it up. He's going to wait. And he'll blow now. And that's half-time. He might just be given a yellow card here just before half-time. Vardy walks off and he knows he should have had a goal. On the other hand, I think Liverpool had a couple of chances as well. I wouldn't be totally saying that Liverpool have had it all their own way. Leicester have had it all their own way. I think Vardy on another day should have had a couple of goals. It's 0-0, but Liverpool on the other hand I think could have done as well. But 0-0 at half-time, still 45 minutes to go, and it's a very interesting game. Very interesting game. Mark, how are you finding the new Marvel movies? Says Guy. I've started on Captain America, and I think it's going to be slow work, to be honest with you. Vardy will still score, says Gem16. But it's 2 nights, but only 3 hours each day, says Abdul Akhtar second. And Maddison is probably better than Thiago, says OG. And did you watch the Club World Cup? If so, what? No, I didn't. I'm not. I would watch it if Man United were in it because it would mean that we've won the bloody Champions League. But I'm not a big fan of the Club World Cup. What's the big idea? What's the big idea with the Club World Cup? I mean, the Champions League is the final to find out who the best team in the world is. The Club World Cup is a joke. It really is. It's a joke because the best teams in the world are in Europe by a very long way. Mark, I'm not reading that one. In fact, I'm going to get rid of you, Henry. Idiot. Hi, Mark. It's crazy to think Chelsea could be 4th after Monday, says Tom Morgan. Well, I have consistently predicted that Chelsea would be in the top 4 this season, even after Lampard was sacked. I said I still think Chelsea will get 4th. They could go higher. It's 2 nights since Vince wants more money, says Albert. And Maddison been quiet but created Vardy's chance, says Lawrence Tiddy. He might grow into the game, Maddison. Bit of a poor first half, but hopefully he'll grow into the game. Ben says, how do you think Kabach has done? I wouldn't say he's I mean, look at the chances. Vardy's had 3 chances, 2 of which have come from near Kabach's side. So I wouldn't say he's tearing. I wouldn't say he's having a great game, but having said that, I remember Vidic's first game and Evra's first game for United, and it's difficult. You know, he's going to need time. Whether Liverpool give him that time, they can send him back in the summer, can't they? But I think, it's not a terrible opener from Kabach, but he's certainly it's going to take him time, isn't it? I think there's going to have to be some level of patience there. Why is Salah so greedy, says Winnie? Well, it's served him quite well in recent years. And how many points do you see Man City getting in their next 3 games, says 20 Legends. So we are doing it. Let's play either or anyway. I like to play either or. It's 0-0 at half time, so there's not loads to talk about. I would like to see Man City drop points in the next 3 games for the good of the league. I think that would be, good for the league. But if they don't drop points in the next 3 games, I think they're going to run away with the league. I expect them to do that. I think that they've got Spurs this afternoon. We're doing a watch along for that. We'll be live at 5 on here. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, please. Then they've got Everton on Wednesday, which we're also doing a watch along for. And then they've got Arsenal. You would hope that Man City would drop points out of one of those games, but I think the way they're playing at the moment, I can see them winning all 3. I don't think this is a great Man City side. I really don't think it's a great Man City side. I just think it's the best side in the league this season, and therefore I think they're going to win all 3 starting tonight. But we'll see. Spurs desperately need a result, don't they? I think when you look at the league table, as it stands at the moment, there are concerns if you're a Spurs fan because they're on 36 points and they're 5 points off 4th place at the moment. Therefore, they need to start winning. And if they were to lose again, I think Spurs could start looking behind their shoulders again and be finding themselves mid-table. So Spurs desperately do need to get a result today. But I think it'll be very difficult for them. Very, very difficult for them. if I'm honest with you. One thing I would take from that first half, and I don't know what anybody else thinks about this, but Mark, you're top and so funny. We need a win tomorrow, says it's Jay. Thanks, pal. I do think that it should have been a yellow card for and I think football needs to sort this out. I think there's so many issues with VAR at the moment, and I think that I don't understand why VAR will have looked at that penalty decision for Salah, where he clearly dives, said to the referee it's not a penalty, don't worry, but they should also be saying book him. Like, we've got to start booking people for blatant dives, and that was a blatant dive by Salah. We were booking people for diving a couple of years ago, and now we've stopped doing it. And VAR makes it very easy to find out if a player dives. I don't understand why we're not booking people for diving. And it's not a Liverpool thing. You know, if Martial does it for United and there's no contact and it's a clear dive, then you should get a yellow card. Temple Bar or Harcourt Street, says Eden Burke. I'll answer that just from why I just go and check my phone is charging. Let me just disappear for a minute. I'm still here. So Temple Bar is a very touristy area in Dublin. If you're ever going to Dublin for a night out or anything like that, very, very touristy area. And Harcourt Street. I can't think. I know the name. What's on Harcourt Street? Where's Harcourt Street? Tell me some pubs on Harcourt Street, because that makes my job a lot easier to say what it is. Oh, that's taking too long. It's taking too long to charge up. I'll use the handheld. I just want to put the heating on. That's all I want to do. No wonder it's so bloody cold. It wasn't even on. And what's going on with my bloody phone? Kiss my arse. It's having a laugh. It's having a bloody laugh. I think I need a new phone. Recommend me a new phone. Mark, before the game I watched Flex's response video to that piece in The Sun. Everyone should check it out and show their support. What did you think about the article, says Dan. And Mark, your 3 picks from this unreal list of English attacking midfield talent: Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Saka, Maddison, Mount, Jude Bellingham. You put Mount there twice. Foden, Grealish and Saka would probably be my favourite out of those. I'd leave Maddison, Mount and Bellingham out at the moment. So you've almost done that in order. Dan, I read the article. I think it's been dealt with. I think it was ill-advised, but I actually think a lot of the article made a lot of sense until they made it about race, which is a shame, really, because I've got no problem with people not wanting to see fan content on the mainstream media. That's an opinion. You've got to live with that. I don't care about that, but I think making it about race is poor. Daniel O'Connor, thanks for the super chat. And Cavani or Firmino? Cavani for me. And PS4 or PS5? I haven't got a PS5, Oliver, so I'm not in that group, I'm afraid. And Manchester is blue, says Luca. I bet you were. You know what, Luca? I bet you weren't even a Man City fan 10 years ago. It makes me laugh how many people are now Man City fans around where I live. We wouldn't even know what. If you said what's Sean Gota, they'd say, got no idea. Got no idea. David Brightwell, no idea. Juve Rosler, no idea. They haven't got a bloody clue. Alan Ball, no. And Diddy or Rice, says Jaden King. I think that's a really good question. And Diddy or Rice, I would go with Rice because I just think he's a bit younger. He's got a little bit more to come in relation to development, and I think I would go Rice, but I'd be over the moon with either of them. Really, I would. Liverpool are dying, literally, says a guy. They could be in trouble if they don't get a result today. As I said, I think if Liverpool don't win today, they'll be out of the top 4 by Tuesday. So, best forward, midfielder, defender and goalkeeper in the league right now, says Rumple Foreskin. The best forward in the league, I think, is Harry Kane. The best midfielder in the league is Bruno Fernandes. And the best defender in the league is Ruben Diaz. And the best goalkeeper in the league right now is probably harder to... I mean, you could argue we're watching him now. You could, Edison to me I don't think Ederson's a great goalkeeper. I think he plays in front of a very good defence. Alisson is not at it this year. De Gea would be too controversial. Leno makes mistakes. I think Kasper Schmeichel's probably the best goalkeeper in the league. Yeah. You know more about City's history than a City fan. I do know more about City's history than most City fans because I've been watching football for most of my life, and you know I can probably tell you a lot about Everton's history or Chelsea's history because when you watch football a lot, you get to know about it, don't you? I remember Georgie Kinkladze at Man City. What an exciting player he was. I remember David Rocastle going to Man City after Arsenal. Did an amazing ball roll on the right-hand side. Loved it. Nigel Clough was at Man City from formerly of Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Keith Curle, very good centre-back for Man City. Tony Coton, the goalkeeper. All my era growing up. I know loads of players from that era because that's when I used to be playing like Sabutio and be at school and stuff like that. Mark, if refs was consistent in their decisions, Bruno and Rashford would have had about 20 yellow cards already. No. Otto, you're wrong. There's a very big myth around Manchester United and penalties that we dive. There's not been any penalties where we've dived. There's always been contact. What we've seen today from Salah is no contact dive. That should be a yellow card. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But look, I'm not talking about Salah. Well, I am, but I'm not being specifically against Salah or whatever. I'm saying in general, even if a United player did it tomorrow, I'd expect them to get a yellow card. If you dive and there's no contact, you should get a yellow card. That's what VAR should be used for now. The reality is, when Salah went down in the first half, VAR would have reviewed it and said to Anthony Taylor, there's no contact, it's not a penalty. Therefore, Anthony Taylor should pull a yellow card out. You can't get a dive wrong now because you've got VAR. If it's debatable, don't give him a yellow card. If it's clearly no contact, give him a yellow card. You're having a laugh and Diddy is 10 times the player Rice is, says Dalaba. Well, that's just your opinion. Thank you very much. And what happened to Robinho when he joined Man City, says Joker7. I don't know what happened to him after he was at Man City. Didn't he go to prison? Wasn't there some rumour about him going to prison? I don't know whether he did go to prison in the end. Never say Manchester is blue. That's really disgusting. Manchester is forever red, says Abraham. And Mark, will there be Champions League watch-alongs this week? So you've got to decide which game I do on Tuesday. Do you want me to do PSG, Barcelona or Liverpool-Leipzig? Personally, I'm leaning towards Liverpool-Leipzig because I think that will be a good game. Leipzig are a really good side to watch and Liverpool are struggling at the moment. So I think that there might be something in that. Could do a split screen thing. That might not be a bad idea. Koundé or Varane, says Sahil. You know what? I'd go Koundé because I'm all about... If I had the choice between a 28-year-old centre-back who is one of the best in the world or a 22-year-old centre-back who can be one of the best in the world, I'll always go with the 22-year-old because they're younger and also because Varane is known for Real Madrid. I want players to come to Manchester United and build their legacy at Manchester United. Harcourt Street has got Coppers. Oh, it's won. Kian Walsh, it's won. Copper Face Jacks. Yeah, that's the place to be. I've not been in there in about 20 years, you know. Yeah, Coppers. Used to go there all nights. Alan Shearer or Thierry Henry, says Resdi. Shearer for me. Leipzig are going to thrash us, says DBX. I don't think Leipzig are having a great season. They're second in the league. Well, actually, that's quite a good season for Leipzig. It's Dortmund who are having a bad year. Koundé or Badiashile to partner up with Maguire. Koundé, 100%. And Coppers for the women, says Mr. EC Football. Oh, I can't comment why I used to go to Coppers. And it might be now, Lazrak, but it used to be great when I used to go. Is Tony good enough to win the Ballon d'Or, says Ian. No, not at the moment. I don't think you would know. What did you have for lunch? Or what was the last meal that you ate? Or what are you going to have for your next meal? Because I don't know British meal times, says Rehan. God. Well, I had my dinner early, about an hour ago, just before I came live for this. And I had poached egg on toast with avocado. And last night I had like a chicken burger with fries and a salad. So steak would be a Saturday night dinner in England, I suppose. I mean, what's everyone having for tonight? You know, takeaway Saturday night. Normally people go for that. Sometimes some people have a steak lunch. Why don't you pull your hood up? Because I look like that. I don't like myself in hoodies. Some people look good in hoodies. I don't. I look a prat. Eminem can sleep safe tonight because I don't. I look like the guy. I look like the lad off ET. Gangster, no. I look like the lad off ET. With the little basket on the front. Come on, I'm gonna try to take you out. ET, go home. I don't look gangster. I like hoodies and I think I look okay in a hoodie. But when the hood goes up, the glamour disappears. So that's why I don't pull my hoodie up. Plus, I like my hair. If you had to play a swap, Bruno, for any player in world football, apart from Kevin, who would it be? Good question, Charlie J. Good question. The thing is, if you had to swap Bruno for one player in the world, would you go for a Cam? And it can't be De Bruyne, or would you just say, sod it, let's go for something else and buy a Cam? Second half has just kicked off here. Mark, don't bite my head off. Mings is a left-footed centre-back. Just saying, says Mikel Roach. Yeah, but mate, Andreas Pereira's a Cam. Doesn't mean I want him to play at Cam for Man United. Darth Sidious Bridge, says Gabriel Noel. Anyway, we're up and running here. What's your score prediction? I still think Liverpool will win this by 1 goal. I may as well stay with what I went, 2-1. I'm not going to change. I think I'm going to stick with 2-1, yeah. Shout out to my mate, Tom. Big United fan, says Daniel O'Connor. Thanks for that. Super chat, Daniel. And please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, if you haven't. We're trying to get up to 321,000 today. We are doing Man City against Spurs, and we will be live at 5 for that. But this game is intriguing. I think a lot of people would say Johnny Evans is carrying an injury here. I think he might have to come off. I think, why do you always rub your hands at the beginning? Excitement, OS, probably. Maguire and Lindelof or Henderson and Fabinho. This is Matthew Larney. I'd rather play Maguire and Lindelof over Henderson and Fabinho. And Matthew, I'm not going to be stupid because Henderson and Fabinho are very good midfielders, but they're not centre-backs. So I would rather have specialists over amateurs. And I don't think Henderson and Fabinho are good centre-backs. They've done a good job, but I'd rather have specialists. And at the end of the day, Henderson and Fabinho, you're not even in the top 4, are you? Maguire and Lindelof, as bad as they are, we are second. Good block. Liverpool starting off how they started the last half. Good clearance by Ricardo Pereira. Mark, I only started watching football last season and my friends keep calling me a fake fan and I pretend to watch it. What do I do? Says Cheese Sandwich 54. You know what? If you've only just started watching football, don't support Man City because you'll really never move past that. If you've taken up football and you've never really been into football, I would suggest supporting a club like that's not obviously about winning, because that's why people get called plastic fans when they change the club that they support all the time, or they start liking football and they pick a team like Man City or whatever. Pick Man United, because you can't be called a glory fan for supporting United now. But we might get back, and then you'll get the credit. Don't support a team like Arsenal or Spurs, because you'll support a team that's not doing well and is never going to do well. So pick a club that's going to be, you could pick your local club, but I'm not massively into that now. You know, you can't live in a world that's about diversity and inclusion and then be obsessed about supporting your local. I know some people like that, but there's so many reasons why people won't support their local team. People move around all the time. Like even 20 years ago when I was at school, 20 years ago, I wish I was at school 20 years ago. When I was at school, there was people who, were from Newcastle and from all over the place, but they weren't living in them places. And if everybody supported their local, then I just think I don't think we live in that world anymore. I think there are very strong links to people who say you should support your local and people who aren't diverse, because that's a terrible kick by Alisson. Locality and pride in where you come from is absolutely fine, but tribality around, even if that is tribalism around local supporting your team, bullshit. Where's the line then? Where do you draw the line? And why are most teams full of people that are not local? I think if you are to support got nothing against this, by the way, but if everybody should support their local team, then every team should have local players in it. Because how can you you can only support a team if you come from Liverpool and then celebrate goals from Mo Salah and Mane and Van Dijk? Fill your team with Scousers then. If we're going to go local, let's do it properly. Only Liverpool people can support Liverpool, but only Liverpool players can play for Liverpool. Let's do it that way. Or let's live in the world that we live in now, which is all inclusive and diverse, and people have got freedom of choice. What I don't like is people who change their football club. And there are people out there who one year they support Man City, one year they support Chelsea. And I'm not talking about kids. Kids change their bloody football clubs, of course they do. But once you're an adult, for me, once you're 16, pick a club and stick with it through thick and thin. Tillemans, little dink, out to Maddison. Cross comes in. It's got to be... Oh, Alisson's got it. Wasn't a great cross. Matt's... Ernie says it's nonsense from Goldbridge. Well, that's probably because you're not a diverse person, Matt. You're probably really angry, aren't you? You probably don't like foreigners coming into your country and taking your jobs. You've probably got that sort of mentality, because I can't understand it. I can't understand why people get so anal, I'll use that word again, about supporting your local, yet most of your team hasn't got local players in it. Hi, Mark. Hold on. Robertson shoots over the bar. Hi, Mark. I think Maguire is the real issue. About as useful as a chocolate teapot. The fact that he is the captain is an embarrassment, says Mike Mates. What's everybody's perception about Harry Maguire, whether you're a United fan or not? I think Harry Maguire is a good centre-back. I just think he needs somebody who's quick next to him, because his biggest problem is he's got the turning speed of a double-decker bus. And he needs someone mobile next to him. But his aerial ability is very good. Mark, I think people support Thomas Clark says, Mark, I think people support who their parents or grandparents support. It's a family and traditional thing. And I think, Thomas, first clap of the day, good super chat. This is more important than where you live. Support your local is idiotic. So my kids should support Aston Villa or Birmingham. I'm not from there. My wife's not from there. We met in Ireland. She's from down south. I'm from Nottingham. But I support Manchester United because of my granddad and my mum. So my kids should now have to support Aston Villa. For what? It's got nothing. We might not live in Birmingham in 5 years' time. It's nonsense. This is what I mean. Supporting your local is a load of nonsense unless your whole family has lived in that place all the time and your family's always supported that club. Who your family supports is more important than where you live. But there are people out there, support your local. Well, I'll tell you what, you get your milk delivered by the milkman, and I'll get it from Tesco because it's more convenient for me, because that's the modern world. 30 years ago, everyone got their milk from the milkman. Nowadays, not many people do, because choices, options, people have different things to do. Charlie McGovern says, why can't I support City? You can support City. The question I would ask is, why do you support City? I'll guarantee your mum and your dad and your granddad and your grandma didn't support them. UK or US version of The Office, Mark, says Harvey Malian. I like them both. I see them as two different things, really. I think The Office is amazing because it just goes on for so long, the American Office, but the UK one is fantastic as well. Liverpool pushing forward here. Wijnaldum, nice little ball wide. I do love these little chats we have, by the way. Who would have thought we would talk about supporting your local on this show? Begins with L, like Liverpool and Leicester. FIFA career mode's back on Monday, Mummy X. Here's a good point from I can't see who it was. JVCK says, I'm a City fan as my mum's side of the family are all City fans and all I hear is Glory Hunter. You know what? To be fair, City have got a lot of real fans. I remember when City were in League Two, they were getting 30,000. So there are a lot of hardcore City fans, but there ain't enough. There's a lot of new City fans in the last 10 years that aren't hardcore City fans. And I would question where these fans have come from, because I would say City's fan base has probably gone up tenfold in the last 10 years, maybe more. Good break here. Oh, it's a bad ball. It's a bad ball. I think it's Maddison again. No, I think it was Harvey Barnes that time, actually. Oh, no, it was Albrighton. Well done, Tillemans. But a lot of people used to support Liverpool when I was growing up in the late 80s, early 90s. A lot of people were Liverpool fans. Not many people supported United in the late 80s and 90s, early 90s. Well, early 90s when we started winning. And then in the 90s, loads of Liverpool fans. Loads of United fans. It is the second half. Mark, we should do the local support thing properly, but the ability to buy foreign players comes from the inherent success of the club grown locally, says Pregesh. And when Liverpool signed Van Dijk, he elevated the defenders around him, but when United signed Maguire, they still need someone to get the best out of them, says Rumpel Foreskin. And also Mackenzie says, why is your dad the only anomaly in supporting Man United, says Mackenzie? Well, it's different. My dad and my mum aren't from the same family, are they? They just married. So his background is different to my mum's background. So my mum's family, my mum and my granddad followed Manchester United. Free kick here. A little bit further out than the first half. They're not going to shoot. He is going to shoot. Robertson. It's the bar! It was a bit lucky. It deflected onto the bar, really, from Trent there. I didn't think he was going to shoot because he didn't have much of a run-up. Bit lucky that would have been if it had gone in because it deflects off the bar, but it did hit the bar. There's no denying that. I think if it hadn't hit the bar, I think Schmeichel had it covered, but we'll see a replay in a minute. Swap deals work well, almost exclusively in American sports. Why can't it work in football, says Forever United. I'm hoping that we will see more swap deals happen in football, actually. I think it can work well in a world that's post-COVID where, clubs don't have a lot of money, and the transfer... The problem teams are going to have this summer is that there are a lot of clubs who want to do business, and there's a lot of players that want to move, but there's not a lot of money around. So swap deals should, I hope, become more prevalent this summer transfer window. But and the good thing about swap deals is there's no money involved. Like, you could swap, I don't know, you could swap Martial for Ronaldo or something like that, or you could swap good cross by Mane, headed away by Ricardo Pereira. But swap deals are good deals because there's no money involved apart from the asset. But the asset is not locked up in, you're not going to take money out of the bank. No, that was never going in by Trent. The deflection took it onto the bar. That was not going to go in. Salah into the box. Cross comes in. Well read by Johnny Evans. Chelsea fans get overshadowed by Man City, says Ergs. Why? Good swap deal, says Amir, was Arthur and Pjanic. I was happy with that deal as a Juve fan. And Pedro says, I'm not going to support my local from Portugal if I don't want to. I support Benfica because of my family. Yeah, I think family, a reason to support a team, I think your family is way more important than where you live, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say. And it worked, as I said, for me it would be really weird if my kids started supporting Villa because there's no connection to Villa. I don't mind Villa as a football club, but why should my kids support Villa just because we live closest to them? And actually, I think Villa probably is the closest club to us, Premier League club anyway. But it just seems stupid to me. Oh, I support Villa because we lived near Villa. between the age of 10 and 15? No. Find me a Chelsea fan prior Roman Abramovich, says Ergs. I'll tell you what, Chelsea's attendances weren't that great before the money came in, to be fair. They were that bad, they used to let people park round the edge of the pitch. If you're old enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. They used to use it as a car park round the edge of the pitch. You go back to definitely late 80s, early 90s, Stamford Bridge, go and find a game from then, and you'll see cars parked behind the goals. And I think they had a greyhound track as well. There weren't many in there. I'm from America and support United since they're my dad's team. Never knew the reason, but I went along with it. Been a fan since Ronaldo was with us, says Zach. Thanks for the super chat, Zach. Still 0-0 in this game, half an hour to go. Josh says, my dad's a City fan and I'm a United fan. He tried to get me to support City, but it was never going to happen. So Hayder says, I dreamt a nightmare that it was 70 minutes gone and still 0-0 against West Brom tomorrow. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine tomorrow. I think tomorrow it's about getting the first goal and then the floodgates will open. Liam says, why do you think Abramovich chose Chelsea over Portsmouth? I don't actually know the story as to why Roman Abramovich did buy Chelsea. If anybody does, let us know. I know with the Man City owners, they were looking at Everton and I think it was Aston Villa. And the reason they went for Man City is because they got the Commonwealth Stadium as well. And you can't fault them, but they weren't Man City fans. They wanted a Premier League club and they were looking at, I mean, you know, in its very basic form, that shows you what Man City is all about. It was rich owners who were looking at 3 or 4 other clubs. They weren't diehard Man City fans, and you know, Man City won the lottery that day and more. And fair play to them for it. But let's not pretend that their owners weren't looking at other clubs. And I don't blame them for going Man City. You get a bloody free stadium with it as well, and it's a nice stadium. Ronaldo made me support United. Dad supports Liverpool, says Joanne. That's a big one. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're about 100 away from 321,000. Henderson's got it in the box here. Lays it back to Jones. Cross comes in. No, he doesn't. He refuses it. Then he does put it in. Liverpool haven't created a load of chances this half, you know. Henderson headed away. I think Liverpool are looking a bit starting to get a little bit more desperate. They need the win. Of course, Leicester are ahead of Liverpool, so a point's not a bad result for them. Big Josh says, my dad grew up in Kenya and my granddad supports Man United, but my dad never really got into football. I live in UK and support Arsenal because of the cousins. And Dano says, what are the Glazers? Well, the Glazers bought Manchester United as non-United fans, but the reason the Glazers bought Manchester United is totally different to why Man City... you can't compare Man City owners to the Glazers. I'm not saying the Glazers wouldn't have bought Liverpool if they were in a similar situation, but the Glazers bought us on debt to make money. The Man City owners bought a club to make them the best in the world. They didn't care who it was. They just went for the best scenario. And obviously having a brand new spanking ground that they didn't need to build was a big factor in that. The Glazers bought Manchester United not to make us good. They bought us to make money, which is why they've bought us on debt and never took us out of debt. So very, very similar. I'd rather have the Man City purchase, definitely, yeah. Thoughts on Ancelotti's house being robbed, says CS. I didn't know it had been. That's not very good, is it? Dillian says that Maddison thinks he's on the same level as Bruno and De Bruyne. In reality, he's in the same level with Van der Beek and Almiron. Yeah, it's been disappointing today, Maddison. I chose United when I was young, just because of Rooney, says Schoolboy Error. 80% of the population in the country support Benfica. That's the definition of glory hunting, says Simon Evans. And would you be up for doing a 1v1 football quiz against Craig from the Anfield Agenda, says Brendan Green. Thanks for the super chat. I don't really do any... you know what? I know everyone's in for collabs at the moment, but I'm not going to change the habit of a lifetime. I really don't... I don't go in for all that. I don't... Because it's not what my content's always been about. I've not disappeared because I'm cowarding. I've got to get my phone. My content's never been about that. I don't need gimmicky one-on-one bloody rants or arguments with people or anything like that. They used to do this a few years ago on a channel where you'd get two people on and they'd get a topic and then there'd be somebody in the middle and they'd argue with each other and it'd be like, I'll give you the point, I'll give you the point. I was like, just it idiotifies, or whatever the word is, what we're trying to do, well, what I'm trying to do. I just want to watch football, talk about football, have a bit of a laugh and interact with people. I'm not interested in collaborations and bloody quizzes about who's better. The worst thing I ever did was that bloody AFTV football match, because it descended into bloody ridiculous embarrassment. So I'm not really in for that, to be honest. If Manchester United beat Liverpool, then you give it. That's the only win I'm interested in. I'd rather do a quiz with you lot. Hi Mark, have you seen Four Lions? Maguire needs... Oh, MK, I don't know what that means, so I can't say it, but thanks for the super chat. Yes, we are doing City Spurs at 5 o'clock. Could get 2-0 here today. I never would have predicted that, but Spurs will definitely park the bus. I think that's not within doubt. My cousins and brother are United fans. I switched to Chelsea when I was 7, pre-Roman, because I liked the kit. Still get called traitor 19 years later, says Marcus Jr. Well, I think if you change your mind when you're a kid, there's nothing much wrong with that. I think Andy Robertson here, good tackle. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're closing in on 321,000. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. We're about 150 away. I thought we were at 100 away. It must have been 200 away. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Firmino's got it in the box. Little back flick. Goal for Liverpool. And I tell you what, they've got the goal. It's Salah. Firmino will be very happy with his little flick here. I don't think there's going to be any appealing from Leicester. I can't see what there could be appealing from here. Little flick by Salah there. Tell you what, it's a neat goal. It's a nice finish by Salah, but it's a neat assist by Firmino. Rolls it back to Salah, and Salah, without really thinking, just puts it into the back of the net. And I tell you, it's big point for Liverpool if they get this. Big 3 points, obviously. Yes, you get 3 for a win. And there's no VAR moments to be worried about here. Let's just make it 1-0. Well, Leicester are going to have to open up here. All those chances from Vardy in the first half, eh? Hi, Mark. As soon as I said we might get 2 0-0s, we get a goal. Hi, Mark. Thanks for inspiring me every day to want to create vids. You are one reason I'm on nearly 2.2k subs. I'm a Donny fan. Want to beat Sunderland today, says Coaster Chal. Well done, mate. Thanks for the super chat. And I feel like this fan stuff is just a cycle, really. For example, people supported Liverpool in the 80s, United in the 90s, Chelsea in the 2000s, and now City, says Sam Brown. Jaden King says, Mark, what's your honest thoughts on Jadon Sancho and how talented he is? And also, what is the best 11 in the world when everyone is fit? Well, I can't do that, Jaden. It takes too long to do something like that. It's a show in itself. But I can talk to you about Jadon Sancho. I think Jadon Sancho needs to move from Dortmund. I think this season is hard to judge him because he's clearly staying an extra year at somewhere he doesn't really want to be anymore. I think Jadon Sancho needs to come to the Premier League. I think he's already shown that he can deliver. And, you know, going and doing it in the Bundesliga and in the Champions League shows a real talent. I just don't know whether I want him at Manchester United anymore, because I think Manchester United's priorities are very, very different. Did you do Stat Wars on Football Daily in 2019? I did, and I hated it, Alex. And that's exactly the sort of stuff I do not want to do anymore. I said to myself after doing that, I'm never doing this again, because it's just, I don't see the point in it really. It's just not what I want to do. Can Leicester get back into this game? Henderson clears it. 20 minutes to go. Vardy should have scored 2 goals in the first half. Salah's the top scorer in the Premier League, isn't he? Yeah. Wasn't Salah getting some criticism from Liverpool fans quite recently? Mark, are you a Stone Roses fan? If so, what's your favourite song? Love the videos, keep it up. Made of Stone, Callum, is my favourite song because it's the song I always used to put on in the pub when I was down playing pool in my teens. Love it. Are you going to do more Living with Goldbridge, says Hugh. Free kick to Leicester here. They'll be allowed to put a cross in. I'm going to do 6 of those. So I've done 3. So I will do 6 of those and I'll probably have a break from it. I can't do that, Nicholas, no. And to be honest with you, if you're that anal, then you've got problems. The amount of people who said, why can't you get the timer to go 45 to 90? And I'm like, I've always done 45 minutes because it's a 45-minute half. And the timers I use, when it gets to 60, it'd go 1 minute and 1, 1 minute and 2, 1 minute and 3. So I always just do that. Salah absolutely carrying our attack this season, says LFC Alex. And I don't live in Aston, no, Michael Donatello. It's not. I don't think Aston's a particularly great place to live. I mean, nothing against anyone that lives there, but it's very, very urban where Villa is. Like there's not much country around. There's not many trees and fields. It's very industrial around Aston, especially around the Villa ground. Cross comes in, and Alisson collects it. There's some cracking songs, Callum. Fool's Gold's very good. I'm the Resurrection. But yeah, Made of Stone's my favourite. Talk about the match, says Oliver Wade. Oliver, if you don't like the show, piss off. Like, you don't dictate what we talk about on the air. We'll wander off into different subjects, but you'll get your match updates and you'll get discussions about the match. But to be honest with you, if we wander into other subjects, it's because the game's off the boil a little bit. And the second half hasn't been as good as the first half, but hopefully the last 20 minutes will kick on a bit, because I think Leicester will be very disappointed with themselves if they end up losing this game. They had the chances in the first half to take it away from Liverpool. Although, you know, Liverpool did have chances themselves, but I think Leicester have been very lacklustre second half. Schmeichel's got the catch. Nice jumper, Mark, says Paolo. Thank you very much. I am doing City versus Spurs watch along. Yes. You can... it'll be on this channel. I'll set the stream up once this one's over. So I'll set it up. You can get in the chat before I go live. 5:30 kickoff. I'll be live at 5 o'clock for that. Looking forward to it. Good run down the left-hand side here. He's gone a bit greedy there, but he's won a corner. Ricardo Pereira. What are you doing tonight, Mark? So 5:30 we'll be doing the Spurs City game. 8 o'clock United stand, and then I'll be having a glass of red and I think I'll watch a movie tonight. My whole family are Liverpool and Man United because the day of my communion was the 99 Champions League final, and it's the first match I remember watching. Says Conor McGann. Hi Mark, any interest in Bale if Jose wanted to dump him? Love your channel. Nope. What? I wouldn't want... I thought that could have been a good signing for Spurs, Bale. But his head's switched off from football, hasn't it? I mean, everyone used to laugh at him about Real Madrid because not a lot of people like Real Madrid, do they? So they were like, yeah, good old Gareth Bale wants to play his golf, doesn't want to play, but he obviously isn't interested in playing football anymore, is he? Because Spurs is a club that gave him a platform and he's wasted it. Didn't watch soccer until I was 14. World Cup, Klopp's style and the fans' passion made me a Liverpool fan, says Raul. And hey Mark, I watch all your channels and love every upload. You're an inspiration to keep pushing yourself and to never give up. Thanks mate, says Luke Waller. Well, that's nice. I'm glad that's one person has that sort of mentality. Do you think Salah would start over Giggs in the 1999? Nobody starts over anybody in a Manchester United 1999 team, and it's not about talent, but that team achieved perfection, really. All right, they could have won the League Cup. Don't care. We won the treble. I don't take anyone out of that team. There's better players than players in that team, but I take no one out. It's an iconic team that achieved something that no other team in the Premier League has done. So, English family support local Stoke, born in '92 and fell in love with United style and superstars. Offered '99 Nou Camp cassette, documentary, and full match. Says Simon Evans. Can Leicester get back into this? I'm not doing Arsenal watch along tomorrow, no. I'll do United and then that's it for me tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day, isn't it? So we're having a nice meal and chill out. Plus, I've got a very busy day today, so you must always try and find time to rest. It's very important. Can't just keep going forever. That's what she said. Ooh, he's given a penalty. Is it a penalty or a free kick? I think it's a penalty. Is it a free kick? I think it's a free kick. Oh, I don't know. No, it's not. It's a free kick on the edge of the box. Harvey Barnes. Oh, I don't know. They might look at it. No, it's just on the edge of the box, I think. Off topic, but I'm interested to know what's your favourite roller coaster. Mine is either Wicker Man or Nemesis at Alton Towers or Swarm at Thorpe Park. Nah, it's not going to be a penalty. They're VARing it, but I think it's... well, that's not the angle to look at for a start. They haven't got the angle, have they? I think he's given a penalty, but it doesn't look like it's a penalty to me. That's not an... You can't look at that angle. It's shite. That's not the angle to look at. That's a joke. How can they overturn that? How can you overturn a penalty from that shit angle? That's poor, I think. So he's given a penalty and they've overturned it because it wasn't in the box, but they haven't got the angle. So it's a free kick anyway. Maddison takes it. And he scores! Justice jam on toast! Get in! Justice jam on toast! Justice jam on toast! Justice jam on toast! 1-1. Oh, he's got his flag up. It's going to be offside. Oh, fucking hell. Offside. Don't change the score. I mean, it goes in cleanly. It goes in cleanly from Maddison. So... Oh, I don't even know what's going on here. Offside, onside. Offside, onside. Oh, it's onside. He's given it. Bloody hell. Onside. It's a goal. Welcome to the world of... I can't understand how he's on. There's a foot from a Liverpool player, that's why. Somebody's foot has played him on. Firmino. 1-1. Bloody hell. It's on, it's off. It's 1-1 anyway. It sort of takes away from the joy of the goal. But I think the penalty was a bit harsh to get overturned because he's given a penalty. I don't think the angle is clear and obvious. Then it's a free kick. The free kick goes in directly, but a Leicester player swings his foot at it, so there's a potential interference. They look like they're offside. The linesman puts the flag up. Then they go VAR, and then there's some Liverpool player's foot, who I don't know who it is, playing everybody onside. 1-1. Which I think is probably a fair result with 10 minutes to go, and now it's about who wants it most. Justice exists. Last 10 minutes is going to be interesting. Thank you for the contribution, Ronil. Will we get a winner? Liverpool, you could say their season is going from bad to worse. Alisson. Oh, no. Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious, and it's 2-1. Alisson, what is he doing? Blinded by the sun. Blinded by the sun. He forgot his sunglasses. Vardy's got the flag. He's doing a bit of guitar. It's 2-1. Alisson's done it again. Alisson's done it again. It's 2-1. I can only explain. I can only say this. He's done it again. And it's Kabak as well. Oh my God. It's just a long ball in the air. Sweeper keeper comes to the rescue. It's like Phil Jones. Da, 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 superhero. Super Pratt. Here he comes. Long ball. Alisson misses it. Kabak passes it to Vardy, and Vardy runs it into an empty net. Liverpool's season is going from bad to worse in the space of 2 minutes. They're 1-0 up. They're now 2-1 down. Alisson is just a prat. Dressed in black with his pink lycra trousers on. Is it Batman? No, it's Pratman. And it's 2-1 to Leicester. There we go. 2-1. What a prat. Two 2-1 to Leicester. This would be a massive 3 points. Absolutely amazing turnaround here. Well, how many? Well, I don't think Alisson really cost Liverpool the points against Man City, but he's definitely cost them some points here. What a run! Barnes, great save, Vardy. Oh, what a save by Alisson! Oh my God, Vardy wants the goal. I tell you what, he's just pulled off a super double save there. I tell you what, he's going to get a lot of pouters from Liverpool fans, but he's just produced a super save. Alisson Blunderland says yellow bathing suit. I like that one. I might use that in the match reaction. But he's just pulled off a great double save. Harvey Barnes, and then Vardy thinks he's banging it into an empty net, and he's dived and passed it and saved it onto the post. It's not gone over the line because obviously they've got... we'll have a look at that in a minute. Slip him in. Oh, Pratt, Tillemans, why didn't you play the ball? What's Tillemans doing there? I can see the pass from here and I'm in bloody Birmingham. It's a bloody simple ball to put Harvey Barnes through one-on-one. What is he doing there? What a fool you are, Tillemans. Sionku blasts it long. Allison. Oh, stuck under it again. Seems to be... we haven't seen that back again. He was offside, Nicola. Okay, he was offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. But still about 5 minutes to go here. Leicester leading 2-1. It's there. It's over. It's over. Forget about it. It's 3-1. It's Harvey Barnes. He's done it. And Liverpool have been absolutely put to the sword here. And oh, I tell you what, this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. It's a massive win for Liverpool. Jordan Henderson shaking his head. I seem to remember Jordan Henderson being spoken to after the Manchester United 0-0 draw at Anfield. And he smugly said, he was told that Manchester United felt they had the better chances to win. And he smugly said, really? Well, really, it's true. You've been put to the sword by Leicester here. The Foxers have had their revenge on the men in red. Fox hunting is normally people in red. Not today. It's the Blues, it's the Foxers who've slaughtered the Liverpool's defence here. Lovely finish by Harvey Barnes. It's 3-1. It's over. It's over, I tell you. And Liverpool, who maybe thought they were going to get a good result, is top four now, looking very, very difficult for Liverpool. 3-1. Totally deserved by Leicester. Remember, Vardy could have had a bloody hat-trick in the first half. Big result, this. Big result. I'm just looking at the league table. Leicester go 6 points clear. 6 points clear of Liverpool on the same amount of games played. Liverpool will be out of the top four. Out of the top four on Monday night if Chelsea win. But not only that. If West Ham win tonight... No, they're not playing tonight. If West Ham win on Monday night and they're playing Sheffield United, they go above Liverpool as well with the same amount of games played. This is looking worrying for Liverpool. 40 points. Chelsea and West Ham are on 39 points. And if they win their games, they put Liverpool down to 6th. Even worse than that, Everton are only 3 points off of Liverpool. And they have got 3 games in hand on Liverpool at the moment. So it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. Liverpool are in free fall. Liverpool's last 5 games includes 3 losses in a row in the league. They've lost 4 out of their last 6 league games. Perez goes down injured. Have you got another goalkeeper? Adrian. Maybe it's time to give Adrian! That's what Klopp's saying now. He needs a new goalkeeper. Adrian! If you know, you know. Watch the end of Rocky. Adrian! He needs a new goalkeeper. Just watched your early show. Do you not think 60 to 70 million is too much for Koundé for that money in this market? I want Varane, says Daniel Harding. And breaking news, Liverpool to be on a self-inflicted lockdown in 21-22 after not qualifying for European football. You know, realistically, Liverpool, I would be absolutely amazed, on all jokes aside, if Liverpool don't get top 4, I will be absolutely amazed, even from this position. But they have been warned. They've been playing like this for a long time now. And when you look at Liverpool's next few league games, they've got Everton next week, which is not ideal. Everton next week. Sheffield United after that, which you'd expect them to win. And then they've got Fulham and then they've got Wolves. So it gets better for them, but they've got to start winning. Got to start winning, Liverpool. Greatest team in the world, they said, says Alexander. Well, they've fallen apart. Take out Van Dijk and Fabinho, obviously, is not playing today, but they look like a team that's ran out of gas, don't they, Liverpool? I mean, I'm going to do a match reaction on this because I think it's something that needs, what's going wrong at Liverpool sort of thing. Harvey Barnes would be perfect for United. He's only going to get better, says Stuart Bates. How old is Harvey Barnes? He's done fantastically well. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We are heading to... We are heading towards full time. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're trying to get up to 321,000. Remember, if this is anything to go by, we might get a Spurs win later. We are doing Spurs versus Man City this afternoon at 5:30. Join me for that, for a watch along on That's Football. Everybody's welcome on here, and we've had another cracking game. I'm glad I've done a double header today, actually, because this has been a cracker. 5 minutes of added time. Is there time for Liverpool to get back in? We're 100 subscribers away from 321,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Mane, and they've given the foul against Mane. So Liverpool running out of time here. Their season is in free fall. Allison Blunderland, as somebody said before. It's just not worked out. Liverpool can kiss European football goodbye, says Oase. Liverpool or Chelsea to finish higher marks, says Sam E. And Thursday night football for them Scousers then, says Ashton. They'll be worried. I think that the thing I would describe Liverpool fans is at the moment is shell-shocked. They can't actually believe it. I know a few Liverpool fans and they are shell-shocked. They don't understand how. Obviously they know they've had the injuries, but they felt they'd moved through that. And they felt at Christmas time, when they were at the top, they were going to compete for this league title. And they're shocked. They're absolutely shocked as to, what's gone on. And it's their first real test, isn't it? And I think for 3 years, Liverpool had everything their own way. They were fantastic. But this is their first real dip in form that they can't seem to get out of it. And obviously a lot of it is to do with their lack of a centre-back. I agree with that. But they've got to be better than that. They've got to be better than that. And they're struggling. They are struggling. And this is a bad loss. A very, very bad loss. It's a very, very, very bad loss. I mean, I look at the league table as a Manchester United fan. And you know what I like? I like the fact that, I don't think we can win the league. I mean, Leicester go up to second. We're not, we're all sleeping on Leicester as well. I'll talk about Leicester in my match reaction. We are all sleeping on Leicester. But... I look at United, and I think if we beat West Brom tomorrow, we are 8 points ahead of Liverpool with the same games played. It's just a shame who's ahead of us, Man City. But from a Man United point of view, you're solidifying a top 4 spot if we beat West Brom tomorrow. And there's still a lot of points to be played for. 14 games to go. That's 42 points to play for. But it's and Liverpool could go on a ridiculous run. Of course they could. I still think Liverpool will get top 4, but you can't dispute the fact that they're in major problems again. And it's another goal from the right-hand side, isn't it? Harvey Barnes, Trent Alexander-Arnold. So they've got problems defensively, but I actually think Liverpool today, I'm going to be a little bit controversial and say I looked at that team and I thought it was going to struggle from the midfield. Thiago, another bad game, really. Here's Barnes again, looking at Vardy, can't get it through. But yeah, Liverpool, I'll be stunned if Liverpool are not top 4 on Monday night. And I mean, if they are, I'll be surprised if they are on Monday night, because West Ham, I think, will beat Sheffield United and Chelsea will beat Newcastle, and that would put Liverpool down to 6th. And if Everton can pick up a point or two, they could go above them next week if they beat them. And that game, that's the perfect game for Liverpool next Saturday. We'll do it as a watch-along on Saturday at 5:30. But it's the perfect game for Liverpool in many ways because they'll be terrified. They'll be absolutely terrified of Everton beating them and going above them, which is what will happen. If Everton beat them, they will go above them. Presuming Everton pick up a point this weekend, which I think they will do, won't they? Who've Everton got? Who've Everton got this weekend? Does anybody know? Anybody know who Everton have got? Let's have a look. Must be playing tomorrow. Fulham. Yeah. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Everton. For Liverpool. If Everton beat Fulham, they'll go level on points with Liverpool. And then if they beat them next week, they'll go above them. But the thing is, you can't... look, I think it's a shame what Man City have done. Their form has been unbelievable because this season would have been amazing. If Man City hadn't done what they've done, this season would be wide open, wouldn't it? You know, Leicester would probably be top. But Man City deserve to be where they are. But Liverpool, bloody hell. Just, the big thing about this is that Leicester deserve to win. And, we haven't even discussed what Leicester's next few games are. And Leicester obviously will play next Sunday, I presume, against Villa away. And then they've got Arsenal. So tough games for Leicester to come, but they'll be very, very happy with that. And the final whistle has gone as well. It's a massive, massive, massive win for Leicester against Liverpool. And a thoroughly deserved one. Thoroughly deserved victory for Leicester. Mark's man of the match. You know what? I think Harvey Barnes for me. Just very impressive again, but actually I think I'm probably not giving credit to the midfield. I thought Ndidi played really well. I think Ndidi was the standout midfielder. Tielemans played well a couple of times. I think he could have given the ball away better. Maddison wasn't that good in the first half, had good second half. Albrighton was industrious. I thought Vardy had a bit of an off game. I think Vardy could have had a hat-trick. And I think I thought Harvey Barnes played well. Could have had a couple more assists actually. Alisson, man of the match for Leicester, says Oasis. But he's had a really bad game there, Alisson. Look, I'm going to go and get a bit of lunch, a bit of a snack, tea. I'll be back live at 5 o'clock. So 2.5 hours we'll be back live. Manchester City against Spurs watch along. I'll join me for that. I'm going to do a quick match reaction for this, which I'll put up in a few minutes as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe. We're very close to 321,000. I think we're about 50 away. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe. I'll see you back at 5 o'clock on this channel. Make sure you subscribe so you get your notification, and I'll set that stream up very, very soon as well. See you at 5 for Man City against Spurs. Let's hope we can get another surprise result. Speak to you in a bit.